All right, this is Mr. McMurray, and we're on the Bicycle Lab. Okay, we're going to do the wheel revolutions. We're going to have to do this a little bit at a time, so hopefully this will work. We will see how that works out. First of all, we have the front gear is on the smallest, and the back gear is on the largest. So I think this was probably the bottom one on the chart, smallest to largest. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna get my wheel right here and get that at the top, and we're gonna see if I turn these pedals one time, how far does the wheel turn. So here we go, and all right, looks like I'd say about 1.1. Okay, maybe less, 1.05 or something, but yeah, pretty close to one turn. So for wheel revolutions, for small front gear, large rear gear, that's what we're going to put. All right, let me get it set up for the next one. All right, here we are again. This time we have it on the smallest gear here and the smallest back here. So it'll be small front gear, small rear gear. All right, once again, get this up the top. We're going to do this one turn and see what happens. One. All right, it stops about right there. Okay, so it went by once and it's ended up about right here. You can't quite see it. Less than half, not over there, so it's about over here. So let's just say about a third. Okay, maybe a little bit less than that, but definitely more than a fourth. So we'll say 1.3 revolutions. All right, and that's for the small front gear and the small back gear. All right, again, pretty good workout trying to manipulate this machine here. So let's see. So we'll put this one up here. All right, this time we have this on the middle gear, and we have it on the smallest gear back here. So middle for the large gear, and smallest for the rear gear. All right, let me get my pedal in the right spot. Okay, get that right there. Okay, and here we go. 1, 2, and we will stop about there. Okay, so basically it went 1, 2, and looks like about a little over half. So I would say about 2.6, 2.65, somewhere in there. Okay, and so that would probably be pretty good there for a little over 2.5 turns. No, that would be 2.3, right? Okay, so let's just try that again, just to double check. Just McMurray's math here. Okay, so we have it at the top. Going 1, 2, and about a third. Okay, so make that 2.3, okay? All right, 2.3, and that is for the medium gear to the small gear. All right, so here we go. This time we have this on the largest front gear, and we have it on the smallest rear gear. All right. And let me get the thing up here. Okay. All right, so I got this stop. Here we go. Large to small. 1. We have 2. And we have not quite 3. Okay, let's say 2.9 maybe. All right, so about 2.9, 2.8, 2.9, somewhere in there. Revolutions for the large gear, small back gear. That is the largest gear ratio, okay, or highest gear, I believe. And it takes more force to push it around, I believe, but we'll double check that here in a minute. All right, so that's that one. 2.9, and that is from large front gear to small back gear. All right, and we didn't make it back. All right, switch things around just for fun of it. See if you can see the gears better, but I don't know if it makes any difference. Anyhow, we have this top here. We have it on the large gear here, large gear back here, and we're going to see how many times that will take us around. So here we go. 1, and a little over a third, about a third. So 1.35, something like that, maybe 1.4, but yeah, so let's say 1.3, okay, 1.33 if you want to be particular, and we'll put it right there, okay? And that was from large to large back here. All right, now I think the only one we have left is medium to large. Hopefully that's right. I should have written these down so I can keep track of which ones I've done. But let's try that, and then we will be done. All right, that's Mr. McMurray. So now we have medium on the front gear, and we have a large on the back gear. So let me get the thing at the top here. Okay, at the top. Let me move the. All right, here we go. 1. And right about 1.5, maybe a little tad less, but pretty close. 1.5 wheel revolutions for the medium to the large back here. Okay, and so you should have all your hopefully rear wheel revolutions done. We're going to try one more. If you want to put this down at the bottom of the chart, it's going to be medium front gear to medium back gear. Okay, we haven't done it in medium back gear or anything, but we're going to do that one just to kind of see how that works out. Okay. All right, getting slower around here. Okay, quite a workout running around the corner there. All right, so we have the wheel top again. This time we have it on the middle gear here and the middle gear there. All right, and let's see how it does. 1, boom. Okay, so about 1.5, a little less, I'd say 1.45, something like that. Okay, a little less than 1.5 revolutions if you go from middle to middle. All right? All right, then we'll talk about the rest of the worksheet. All right, so what I'd like for you to do on the rest of the page, talks about which gear combination produces the greatest mechanical advantage or greatest speed advantage. So you need to come up with a way to talk about those so we all use things. So if you want to say like the largest front gear, or you know, the smallest rear gear or something like that, and do something like that. Okay, so that way I know specifically which gear combination. It has to be, there needs to be one on the front and one on the rear. I'm not sure if that's it, but at any rate, maybe it'd be the smallest front gear and the largest rear gear, whichever. But whichever combination you got, make sure that you do that properly. Okay. Then same thing here, gear combination. Think about which one you think would be better for going uphill. That's just an opinion question there. And what for level ground, what you think. Okay. Now on this graph, all right, we are going to graph mechanical advantage to the speed advantage. Okay, so let's just put the mechanical advantage. Well, which one does it say? I'm sorry. Okay, mechanical advantage is going to go across the bottom here, and the speed advantage is the y-axis, so it's going to go up the side here. Okay, now you have, I believe, 20 boxes. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, let's talk about 20. All right, so say your biggest mechanical advantage was, say, 2.5. I don't know. Actually, I think that's more of a speed advantage. But anyhow, divide that by 20. That means that each line needs to be, okay, at least 0.125. Okay, ooh, if you want to do that, you could, or you could bump this up to 0.15. Okay, so each one's 0.15, 0.30, 0.45, and so on, going up. That way you would have enough. And then you could take your top speed advantage, divide it by 20, and then if you're going to take this number, if you're going to change it, make sure you go up, because it needs to be bigger than that so that you have room. But you want it to fill up your whole graph, and this gives you an idea about how much each square can be worth in order to make it fill up your whole graph. You don't want a big graph, but your actual drawing is only in one little corner of it. That doesn't make it very easy to read. So there we go. All right. So that's that. Okay. Now, once you have your graph, then you can answer the relationship, the inverse. If one goes up, does the other go down? If one goes up, the other goes up, so forth. Okay, and so you can explain that. All right. Then this one says, explain how the use of only 9 gears gives a total of 18 speeds. Well, in ours it was actually 10 gears that gave us 21, but same general principle. How can 9 cogs give us 18 different speeds, okay, on your bicycle? And then the last thing is, if you're making a new bike, but you don't have enough money to buy a 10-speed bike, but you can't afford a 3-speed, which 3 speeds would you pick? What gear combinations? Once again, tell me like largest, rear gear, and short, whatever. But just explain how you would do that and why you made that decision. Okay? All right. Other than that, I think that's about it. Hope you've enjoyed this. Well, maybe not enjoyed, but at least endured it. All right. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.